Hello.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi,
Good
ma'am.
Now, whether the PPT is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, yesterday, I think we discussed the problem recognition and went on with the information search, isn't it? The
Yes,
first
ma'am.
step is problem recognition. You know, many of the marketing activities, okay, start with this question, problem recognition. So here, many of the new products, okay, they develop because of this problem recognition. Now, problem recognition simply means the need. Now, suppose you are going on the bike and you want to receive the call. It's not possible. Okay.
Ma'am, PPT is not visible.
PPT is not visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a minute. Just the steps I have written. ठीक है अभी?
Yes, ma'am.
Whether it's visible?
Yes, ma'am. It's
Yes,
visible.
ma'am. Now it's
Yes,
visible.
ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. It's
Ma'am,
visible now.
visible.
Okay, there are just steps. Okay, दिखा नहीं तो भी ठीक है. First is the problem recognition. Now here I say that basic marketing starts with this. I give you an example like you are driving या आप कुछ कर रहे हो काम और आपको फोन लेना है तो it's not possible. So what happens? तो इसके लिए maybe headphones have come into existence, isn't it? Because somewhere previously we did not had the headphones. या फिर आपका hands free जो रहता है when you are driving. So marketers, they try to analyze the gap or the need. Many a times, as I say, usually that the need is genuine need while it is a created need. If you see the automobiles, the new thing which is placed in it, okay. Whenever it's a new option available, can you see the PPT? Hello?
No,
No, ma'am.
no, ma'am.
So many a times, if you take, for example, automobile, that is a technology driven product. In that case also, if you see, the company spent a huge on R&D. Now, whether you can see,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, every now and then, the company spends a lot on this R&D department to analyze the gap or problem recognition, and they try to find out why a customer needs the particular product or a particular service. Now, if you see the evolution of these credit cards, previously we did not have the credit cards. What made the people come up with this concept. First thing is carrying the cash. Okay, that is one thing. Second thing is maybe the credibility which they can use. I mean, credit facilities which a customer can use. So here, this is the gap which they found out. Now, in future, अभी जैसे हम invest करते हैं gold में. What is the new concept? Suppose I want to purchase gold. Okay. I want to just invest, but today I don't want to keep it at my house because there is a problem of theft. What is the option today? Is there any option for me? Yes. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. We can keep it in bank.
What you can keep it in bank?
Gold if
Is
we
it
purchase the
Dipali?
gold. Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो बैंक में क्या, यानी आपका कहना क्या है?
Means if we purchase gold, अगर हम gold खरीदते हैं तो बैंक में एक फैसिलिटी रहती है कि हम उसे सेफली रख सके.
So do you say that अगर आप ऐसा कहना चाहती कि उसके लिए मुझे लॉकर चाहिए?
Yes, yes, locker facility.
मुझे लॉकर में पैसे नहीं रखने हैं, बट suppose, okay, I am speaking something of different new technology. Anybody else? Hey, ये बराबर है आपने जो बोला वो आंसर, but I was looking out for something different.
I am not remembering that. There is some option.
गोल्ड बॉन्ड ले लूंगा मैं.
गोल्ड लोन ले लोगे? अच्छा,
गोल्ड बॉन्ड.
Bond.
तो बॉन्ड ले लोगे. तो ऐसा अभी ऑप्शन है, यू नो, लाइक ई परचेस, ई गोल्ड परचेस इज वन ऑफ द ऑप्शंस.
Yes,
रिजर्व
ma'am.
में रहते हैं ना. हेलो.
फोन पे आता है परचेज गोल्ड. मिनिमम 100 to 500, मिनिमम 500 रुपीज स्पेंड कर सकते हैं गोल्ड लेने के लिए.
फोन लेने के लिए?
नहीं, फोन पे ऑप्शन आता है.
नहीं, मैं वो नहीं बोल रही हूँ. मैं बोल रही हूँ ई ट्रांजैक्शंस इन फॉर्म ऑफ ई परचेस. ओके, सपोज आई वांट टू परचेस अ गोल्ड. ओके, लेकिन मैं खुद को लॉकर भी नहीं लेना चाहती हूँ, खुद के घर पे भी नहीं रखना चाहती हूँ. आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू दिस प्रॉब्लम रिकॉग्निशन, हाउ दिस ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड इनटू वन ऑफ द सर्विसेज और प्रोडक्ट्स. ओके, दिस इज वन ऑफ द एग्जांपल. जैसे मुझे गोल्ड खरीदना है तो मैं क्या करूंगी, जैसे आपका डीमैट अकाउंट है, यू परचेस शेयर्स, इजंट इट? शेयर्स लेते हैं ना हम, तो एक्चुअली शेयर्स लेते हैं तो क्या लेते हैं हम? What actually you are purchasing? वो रहता किस फॉर्मेट में है?
मतलब वो
हाँ.
उसको काइंड ऑफ क्रिप्टो करेंसी.
Yeah. So I am speaking of this crypto. As you said, cryptocurrency. I am speaking gold in crypto terms today.
Okay.
If you have a demat account, if you have the demat account in banks on your behalf, आप अगर purchase करते हो तो आप बैंक से ले सकते हो. Okay. And उसका जो security है ना, वो बैंक के पास रहेगा. आपको जो भी कितना परचेस करना है वो. सो ये व्हाई दिस हैज इनिशिएटेड, मे बी उसके लिए थोड़ा नॉमिनल चार्जेस बैंक लेगी. ओके, so this is the problem recognition, is that I don't want to invest in lockers also. I don't want to keep it at my home. I want to be safe. तो ये ई ट्रांजैक्शन या मे बी ई परचेसिंग के आ गया. प्लैटिनम भी आप ऐसा खरीद सकते हैं, सिल्वर भी खरीदा जा सकता है ऐसा. So this is one of the example of problem recognition and how it gives to different categories of products or avail the services. अभी जैसे home delivery है. Suppose this is also a service, no? Previously था क्या ये? Today if you see, yes, previously it was not there, but अभी कैसे है? Because of more competitors, people have realized that there is a gap. घर पे कोई लेके तभी नहीं देता था, बट अभी कैसा है, मे बी दिस इज द एक्स्ट्रा फैसिलिटी. तो ये एक्स्ट्रा होने की वजह से यू नो द कस्टमर इज गेटिंग बेनिफिटेड, एज देयर आर मोर बेनिफिट्स व्हिच आर गिवन टू द कस्टमर्स, लाइक यू नो ग्रोसरीज, दे यू गेट इट एट योर डोर स्टेप. ओके, सिमिलरली इफ यू सर्विसेज है, अगर आपको आज डायग्नोस्टिक सर्विसेज अवेल करने हैं, मे बी यू जस्ट गिव अ कॉल they will just charge you nominal for the services rendered. The person will be at your doorstep. So these are some of the products or services जहाँ पे ये problem recognition first and foremost step है. Now this actually is whose, we are speaking of consumer behavior, and it is the first step in consumer behavior actually, isn't it? But even the manufacturers or the companies take into consideration this thing, the first step, that why a customer needs a product and why we should give a customer this so and so product. So as customer thinks of, there should have been something like that only. Even manufacturers are always thinking about this step of problem recognition, because there is somewhere a gap and they find the gap and try to place that product in this gap so that customer is satisfied. Today, because of this hallmark is introduced, okay, बहुत सारे इसमें ISI mark रहता है, या फिर ISO certifications रहते हैं, या फिर hallmarks रहते हैं. Why these things have initiated? Because somewhere the customer wanted some security or maybe a mark of brand or standardization. Okay, when a product, okay, if we say it is certified, then it becomes, a standardized option in case of the product or a service. It also becomes a marketing tool for them. So when we see from the marketer's perspective, I have explained how they make use of this problem recognition, and from customer's point of view, that customer feels genuinely when the marketers take the feedback that do you want something extra, something more you need. Okay. So here, when the customer gives the feedback that in this product category, we expect something this and we expect that. So these feedbacks are taken by the companies, and through their R&D, they try to just offer the product as an advanced version to the customers. That is what is problem recognition. Now, once the problem recognition is done, then we go to the information search. I think yesterday I have discussed this also, that you have the, unless and until there is a problem, you don't go for this information search. You may have personal sources, you may have commercial sources, you may have public sources and experiential sources also here. Now, whenever you think, suppose if you want to purchase a mobile or a handset, you may just surf on the internet just to have a look कि क्या options है, क्या नहीं है. Somebody, those who are not satisfied, okay, virtually, many of them, they will just visit a retailer or a dealer. वहां पे जाके directly they will ask what are the options. तो पहला क्वेश्चन आएगा आपका बजट क्या है. You try to just search, evaluate what are the options, what are the features or attributes in the handset. मोबाइल में क्या है, क्या क्या ऑफर देते हैं कंपनी, any discounts, maybe during the, suppose if it's during festival seasons and all, you get the options. EMI पे भी मिलता है आजकल, this is also option. So here these are given by retailers or the dealers. Company नहीं देती है option for EMIs, but dealers they do give. Okay, few of the companies where there is direct marketing, they can think of it. So here a person tries to gain the information from each and every aspect. Only few of the products like medical equipments रहेंगे या medicines रहेंगे, there is no question of information search much scope, because here the major player is a doctor who influences your decision. So unless and until okay, the product is influenced by an intermediary, okay, usually we don't take these things into consideration. Now here also it depends upon the customer, how much critic that customer is. Few of the customers, they will just go and purchase. Few of them, they will do lot of R&D. We have different categories. Now, again, this depends upon the product category. If it is a generic product, maybe we will not stretch more, that whatever is available, it is okay. But if it is electronic goods, or it is a, higher end, or maybe very expensive products are involved, then a person takes more time in understanding the product, in knowing the features. So he will put efforts for, as far as this R&D is considered. This is what is about information search. Now here, even marketers are aware of this information search and its importance. That's why through their advertising, they try to create awareness, information about the product. Now, not only that information relates to existence of product. Many a time, these advertising agencies, okay, or the media, the tool or the advertising mix which is used, they have the objective or function to inform the customers that the product exists. Then there is also an objective to just inform you where do you get the product. Many a times about the offers, promotional offers. So here there are different objectives of promotional attributes. Now this is about the information search. Today, because of this digitization, the information search has been much more easy. There is no need for you to go to a showroom or a retail outlet or shops. You can just surf on the internet, browse, and you will get all the information, right from the features to different flanker products, the colors, everything is available. And just you can order, unless and until you are specific about the touch and the feel part. Now, after this comes the step of evaluation of alternatives. Now, as there are different manufacturers in the market for a single product, like automobile, maybe 15 to 20 automobile manufacturers are there. How you are going to evaluate? Usually, how do you evaluate when you go to purchase a product? Any of the product? Now, here it again depends upon the product category. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you decide क्या क्या रहता है when suppose if you enter any shop, you want to purchase any type of product, what will you look for?
About their features.
Of the features, okay. Apart from features,
Feature costing also.
yeah, costing is very important. No, many of the time what happens when you enter a shop, the sales people ask you a question. First and foremost, आपका budget क्या है बोलो? Why he is asking for budget? Because he wants to just think about the category into which you fit and the product category also. He wants to map the need of the customer from financial perspective, that is your demand, that is your capability to purchase, your purchasing power parity he is checking when he is asking you about budget. Okay, many people may sound that it is they are offended by when they just receive this question from the salesperson, what is your budget? ये ऐसे क्या पूछ रहा है? Many of them they say budget is not a constraint, we need a quality product, आप दिखाओ. So in that case he is open to many ideas. Okay, so here maybe आप features देखते हो, quality पे depend रहता है pricing. So he comes to know you are into which income category या फिर कौन से product आपको दिखाने हैं. So here he takes out those products only which match your budget. So budget is the second thing. Third thing, if it is a technology driven product, तो आपका कुछ specification है क्या? If there is something specification in it, first of all, from his side, he will try to market the product. Okay, in spite of you being calm and even though you are not speaking, वो खुद as a salesperson आपको पहले ही बता देगा इसमें ये अच्छा है. He will never say initially about any limitations of the product. A good salesman will never ever, okay, speak about limitation of the product unless and until the customer asks, and at the end when the evaluation starts, no, that is comparison. Ye step hai. Okay, he will first show you all the products. He will just place it in front of you. Now, maybe depending upon your budget, okay. Usually it happens that we just have a look or glance at the bundle of products which he is offering. Then maybe you sort out. Just say we have the decision making process. You have the alternatives, and out of those alternatives, you select whatever they don't appeal. What do? You just remove them. Suppose if you are purchasing cameras, so the features would be like picture sharpness, speed, camera size, and pricing. If the features are too good, but the cameras are highly priced, then naturally you will cut down and limit your pricing range. If you are thinking of hotels, you will think of hotel location, how far it is from the market or maybe the area, cleanliness, atmosphere, and the pricing. So here it depends upon many of the features. Now once you have the bundle, maybe उन्होंने 10-12 दिखा दिया, उसमें से you will shortlist. Now while shortlisting, individual person have their own preference. Here you can take into consideration personalized approaches when you are purchasing. Like a person may like the color, the other may like the flavor, the other may like the size, the shape of the product, the contents of the product. It depends upon the things you specify. So this is about the evaluation of alternatives. Now here, in many of the cases, you know, the size, shape does not matter. But in some cases, it does matter a lot. अगर आप हैंडसेट लेने जाओगे, okay, so your priority would be sleek है, थोड़ा बड़ा है, but apart from this, आप other features देखोगे. Those are known as functional qualities, or functional features are more important than the looks. Now the next is the purchase decision. How do you go for this purchasing decision? Once you go for the evaluation of alternatives, आप evaluate करते हो, यानी वहाँ पे you start comparing. Okay, if both of them they have the same prices or 2 or 3 products are of the same price, then you compare the brands. Then you compare the quality, the functional features, the aesthetic appeal of the product. All this is compared. So many times if the customer is confused, it becomes the duty of the salesperson. Okay, then he will start speaking. Okay, इसमें से अगर 5 आपने select किया तो this is good, this is not that good as this is. ये price थोड़ा on the higher range है, but the quality is good. You will be praising me. ऐसा कुछ वो बोल के he will try to help you in this option of evaluation of alternatives. So here what a customer is doing in this evaluation of alternatives, understand that he is mapping his needs with the options available with him. Okay, these are the options. And many a times you might see that the customer enters a shop, okay, visits a shop, he goes through all the product portfolio, but still he doesn't like, he comes out. So somewhere in this case, he's not happy or satisfied or content with the mapping of what he has expected and what the marketer is offering him. So that is what is about the evaluation of alternatives. Here there is possibility of influence in the decision making from salesperson, from a friend who is accompanied, from a relative. For a confused customer, these all will influence. They all influence the decision in this evaluation of alternatives. After this comes the purchase decision. Now, in the evaluation stage, the consumer forms preferences among the brands in the choice set. The consumer may also form an intention to buy the most preferred brand. Now here two factors intervene between the purchase intention and the purchase decision here. That is the possibility. The first is the attitude of others, as I say, the extent of influence of the other people or other person's attitude. Other person's negative attitude toward the consumer's preferred alternative and the consumer's motivation to comply with other person's wishes. So it depends upon the person who is accompanying you. And the second is unanticipated situational factors that may erupt to change the purchase intention. Suppose if two members of the family, they go for purchasing, if they find that the product, they wanted to buy a product, maybe their budget has a constraint, okay, and they come to know that we have to purchase something else also in the bundle, and if they find here the prices are high, they may drop the plan. Against this, maybe thoda bahut idhar udhar chal sakta hai, so they can go for the higher brand product also. So here at the evaluation of alternative stage, it is very important at this stage, because here the major turn is possible when you think about the options or evaluation of alternatives. Now the next is the purchase decision. Once you're done with the alternative, then ultimately you go for the purchase decision. So here, again here in this case, suppose a person feels at the end when he's paying कि वो अच्छा था option, तो वहां पे change हो सकता है. If the customer has many doubts, okay, about purchasing the product, तो वो पैसे भरने से पहले ही वहां पे he will be at the backstage, he will take a step down. नहीं मुझे फिर से चेक करना है. There are many customers who again revert back the plan to evaluation of alternatives. फिर से वो evaluation of alternative में जाएंगे, फिर से calculations करेंगे, okay, and then they will come down. Now here this is also possible irrespective of budget. Like when you purchase clothing, when you purchase shoes, lifestyle products जहाँ पे रहते हैं वहाँ पे psychological factors play a major role. Now that is one of the important factors as far as this purchase decision is considered. Now the next stage is post-purchase behavior. That is after the purchasing. Okay, this is the post-purchase behavior or evaluation. Whether I am audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
After purchasing the product, the consumer will experience some level of maybe satisfaction or dissatisfaction. This is possible, no? Either you get satisfied or you get dissatisfied once you use the product. Now, marketer's job does not end with the step of purchase decision. It's more than that. That is monitoring the post-purchase satisfaction, post-purchase actions. Now, many a times you will find that maybe you might have booked a seat for air travel. Maybe you might have booked your room in a hotel. You might have visited destinations. After you come, maybe you will get a message. Okay, that how was your stay? They may ask you the feedback. There may be a feedback form. Why they ask you? Because they want to check whether the customer is really satisfied by availing their services. So if you see the post-purchase satisfaction, the buyer's satisfaction is a function of the closeness between the buyer's expectations and the product's perceived performance. So if both of them they map, then the customer is satisfied. If the customer's expectations they are not satisfied, then there is a dissatisfaction, or we say it as a marketing myopia exists. They are disappointed. If the performance falls short of expectations, the customer is dissatisfied or disappointed. If it's meet expectation, he is satisfied, and if exceeds the expectations, in that case the customer is very much delighted, and he will spread a positive word of mouth publicity to others. He will just maybe tell his family, his friends that so and so thing is good. You might have also come across such type of experiences. Now the consumers form their expectations on the basis of messages received from sellers, friends, and other information sources. The larger the gap between the expectations and performance, the greater is the customer's dissatisfaction. Now, the importance of post-purchase satisfaction suggests that product claims must truthfully represent the product's likely performance. Whatever the manufacturers are claiming, they should see to it that they should retain those promises. Otherwise, it will be a problem. Again, here the second part is post-purchase actions. Now, consumers' satisfaction or dissatisfaction with product will influence subsequent behavior. If the customer is satisfied, he or she will exhibit a higher probability of purchasing the product again. Suppose if you are very much satisfied with the use of the product, maybe next time again you will buy the same brand, same product. If you are not satisfied, you will not. So here comes the part of loyalty. And that's why in organizations, we have today, we see that they are the loyalty programs. Dissatisfied consumers may abandon or return the product. Many a times, if the product, if the customer is not satisfied with the product, they will return it back. They may seek information that confirms its high value. Many a times, it happens that they may complain to the consumer forum also, where these complaints are addressed. The simple option is that they may stop buying the product and warn their friends, families in the peer group that please don't buy this product. In rare cases, maybe if the complaints go ahead, then they may go to the consumer forums today. Consumer rights, because of consumer rights and consumer laws, which have become more stronger. Post-purchase communications to buyers have shown to result in fewer product returns and order cancellations. That's why you will see today the company takes more effort on customer relationship management. Today, even when you have purchased the product, you receive a call after 1 or 2 days that whether the product is delivered on time, whether everything is fine, do you need any help? Okay, just they want to ensure whether the customer is satisfied or not. Post-purchase use and disposal. Now, marketers should also monitor how buyers use and dispose of the product. If the consumer store product in a closet, the product is probably not very satisfying, and word of mouth publicity will not be that strong. Suppose if they sell or trade the product, okay, so new product sales will be depressed. Now, this happens so, if you take an example of a automobile, that is four-wheeler. In case of four-wheeler, you will see that many of them they sell after 4 or 5 years, usage. Okay, many of them they just sell these cars. So maybe a prospective customer who is going to purchase a new car, instead of that, he may just purchase an old car. So here in this case, the company will lose that customer. If the consumers throw the product away, the marketers need to know how they dispose also, especially if it can hurt the environment. So today that is one of the important factor of disposal. Increase public awareness of recycling, okay, and ecology concerns, as well as consumer complaints today. These are the areas which are stressed upon. That's why we see today the manufacturers are introducing refillable packs. Environment or eco-friendly packaging is done. So this is about the post-purchase evaluation. Okay, now coming on to the next part. Can you see the PPT?
No,
Hello.
ma'am, it's not visible.
Okay. Just a minute. There is one more concept, which is a zero moment of truth. Now here, a customer's journey is composed, or he comes in acquaintance with the product through different phases. Now see whether it is available. It's visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there is a moment of truth and there is zero moment of truth. Okay, now what exactly is this? These concepts are very simple. Now, whenever for the first time, maybe you come in contact with the product, you come to know. So it's a journey. These points vary in importance, and they are most integral ones, which are known as the moment of truth.
Hello.
Yes, yes. I just saw the message.
Okay.
Give me a minute. So here, there is a first moment of truth. Okay. I have just 1 or 2 points here on the PPT. Whether it's visible now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay, so here it's a moment of truth and zero moment of truth. So this is what is the moment of truth we say. Now here, the first moment of truth, okay, it was defined by the company PNG, that is Procter and Gamble. They are the initiators of this. It's centered on when the potential customer comes in contact with the product for the first time. They say it can last only for few seconds. Okay. So here what happens when the customer interacts with the product for the first time? So here the way he understands it, the way he perceives and develops attitude about the product, that is known as the first moment of truth here. The immediate or the impression, presentation, or developing the attitude about the product, that is known as the first moment of truth. Now, whenever we see a product for the first time, okay, we might have something in our mind, no? That maybe the product is very good, the color is very good. We have certain approach towards that product. We like the color. Maybe if you are buying a fabric, okay, you may like the touch of the fabric. If you are into, if you are purchasing a handset, you might be impressed with the features. You may not think of price necessarily, but you may think about the features. If you are purchasing a refrigerator, maybe you might have liked the size, you may have liked the design, the layout, style. So here there are many things which impresses the customer, and why manufacturers are working more on this. Many a times you see that they are working on size, shapes, and packaging. That is the outer part which reflects the product, because somewhere they want to attract the customers. They want to see to it that there is no gap left between the product and the customers. So here they want this first moment of truth. The more the customer is near to the product, by just having a glance for the first time, the more is the possibility that the customer will purchase the product. This is the simple concept of first moment of truth. Now the next concept is zero moment of truth. Now this zero moment of truth was introduced by Google, which are the recent additions, you can say, to this. Now this is when the zero moment is when the customer starts to gain information about the product or service. Now here, maybe you can say this is a step of problem recognition. Once I know that I want to purchase a particular product, so I start searching for it. I don't come directly into the contact with the product. Okay, I just start with the initiation of understanding the product. This is what is the zero moment of truth. Now this zero moment, okay, here the intensity of the customer's requirement plays a major role. Suppose recently you have joined the office, okay, your office is very far. So you will start thinking about maybe a bike or a car depending upon your budget. If your demand is on the higher side, maybe आप car के बारे में सोचोगे. If it's less, maybe uh, you will think about two-wheeler. But suppose both of them is not possible, maybe you can avail a loan facility, isn't it? That is a gap which was finded, and then the bank started giving the loans for this also, and the customer has to pay the interest on the loans. So this is about the zero moment. Now in this moment, a company can actively reach the customers, maybe through your advertising, through promotional means, through email, through messaging the customer that we exist, the product exists. Many a times unwelcomely, I am saying unwelcomely because you are bombarded. The customer is not asking for, but you get the messages that these are the promotions, this is the new scheme launch. If you take insurance, you will find that the messages are popping. If you take into consideration the gold jewelry, the clothing, okay, any of them, you will find that the messages are popping up. For the banks also, if they are coming up with new schemes. While this requires advanced targeting, so those customers are targeted, those they find that they are more potential, and monitor them. So it's a strategy, it's a strategic decision of manufacturers to increase the market share with the help of these tools. So that's why this zero moment of truth is important. Many times you find that you are searching, okay, for some product or a service. In that case, when you just start searching, you may receive calls from the dealers or retailers, because your data, okay, whatever you are searching is been transferred to them. They get to know who is searching for a particular product or a service, and they just call you. So this is about increasing the customers, the level of customers. So this is about the zero moment of truth. Any doubts up till here?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now see whether the PPT is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, this is about the journey from 4Ps to 7Ps. Okay. Jerome McCarthy in 1960 came up with the concept of 4Ps of marketing. That is product, price, place, promotion. This is known as a marketing mix or a strong tool in the hand of marketers that since ancient time till today, they are using this tool to market the products very effectively and efficiently. Each and every manufacturer make use of these tools given by McCarthy. Philip Kotler has also popularized the concept, popularized or through his books or through his papers, has penetrated this concept, and slowly and steadily this has been accepted in the market. So this is known as marketing mix. It is a set of marketing tools that the firm uses to pursue marketing objectives in the target market. Now, as I said, there are four groups, 4Ps. They include the product, price, place, and promotion. What all does this come into this product category? Maybe the variety of product which you get, the quality of the product, the design which is reflected in the products, the features of the products, the brand names, the packaging of the product, the size of the product, the services which come with the products, the warranties and the returns, all is bundled in this product. Now, when I say product variety, we just tell the shopkeeper whether there is any variety in this. That is means we are asking for maybe different flavors, different colors, different flanker products in a single product category. That is what is known as the product variety. And customer looks for more variety in a product. Quality, everybody needs a good quality product. Now, quality includes durability, quality includes your hallmark or trademark or certification. Quality includes the performance, the functions of the product, isn't it? Design. Design is more or less connected to aesthetic value. Okay. Features. Features. Features is related to the benefits or the convenience which the customer receives when he uses the product. Brand names. So when the customer is satisfied by using the product, like quality is important, and with the help of this quality, if it matches the satisfaction level of the customers, then the brand is developed about the particular product. Packaging of the product. Packaging again has two functions. One is the safety or protection. Second thing is improving the aesthetic look or value. That is the style design features. Sizes, of course, the customer looks for different variety of sizes in the product. Services. So when we say if you purchase a computer, what would be the service part? Maintenance part. Repairs and maintenance plays a very important role. Similarly, when you purchase a car, automobile, what about the servicing? Okay, the customer is more worried about that. Warranties. When you take any product like which is driven by electronic goods, okay, you ask for warranties. Returns. Goods return policy in some cases plays a very important role. So this is about the product. If you take into the consideration the next P, that is price. the next tool which is in the hands of the marketer. If it is price is the list price. Okay, price is reflected in terms of discounts. When you give the leverage in the price, we say it's the discounts availed to the customer. Many a times it is allowance given to the customers, the payment period or the credit facility given to the customers. That is what is the price. The credit term specifies is the price. For price, we do also have different names, like we have rent, on rent. Okay, that is one term. Commissions may be the other term. Interest may be the other term. So there are different terms which are used for price also. Now promotion and place, maybe we will see in the next session these two P's and the practical implications of all this, and the next remaining P's in services also, the 7 P's of services. In the next session we will see. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Nothing.
We will stop here today. In the
No,
next
ma'am.
session we will continue with promotion.
Okay, ma'am.